Oy. Another really large, really difficult landings.
How important is the relationship between the director and the DP?
Oh, I mean, that's everything. You don't shoot the movie unless you are the DP and the director. That is you know what I mean? That's two peas in a pod. That's the DP and the director is the honeymoon part of every relationship. That is a really important piece, chemistry wise. I think it's a really big deal. For me, Tom has been my DP on everything, and there's a few reasons I think that relationship is so important. First, what I just said, we can just we really see each other in our work, so we have a blast. It feels like fun. But then he can see what I see, I can see what he sees. So that's that honeymoon part of the relationship where everything is fun and everything's great. Then I think it gets really deeper, because then there's a lot of trust. There's a lot of times when Tom sees something completely different than how I see it, and you gotta trust and you gotta roll with it. And vice versa. So I think there's a lot of trust there as well. I think the relationship between the director and the DP is probably the most important relationship. The DP is going to run the crew, and that's going to be a really big deal. And not necessarily that, everyone needs to be buddies on every film set, but the DP really sets the tone. Obviously, the director sets the tone, but the two of them working out it through shots, it becomes the foundation of the entire show. And when that's clicking and vibing, man, there's nothing like it. And for me and Tom, at least, it's just probably a lot of our conversations that we have when we're not on set that makes us really great when we are on set. And I don't necessarily mean conversations about, this new gear at NAB or this new piece of tech or whatever. I just mean conversations about our kids and his boys getting older and going to school and stuff like that, how we see life and how we talk about life. And then when it's time to shoot a life movie, I think it's really interesting because it's I know his perspective on this certain topic, that really adjusts our approach to it. So I think the relationship is paramount. And I think as a director, you think a lot about writing and directing a movie. You really got to start thinking about how you're going to build your film family, obviously including your DP and your camera operators and your gaffer and your, I have a team that just goes with me everywhere that I go. And you really need to think about how you're building that team, not just your relationship with your DP, but the entire team, because the DP is only going to be as strong as that team. And when you see that click, ain't nothing like it. Shout out to my team.